They're gonna have a family, raise a kid. They're gonna get him to Street Fighter. Kid gonna be like, yo, daddy, mommy, who should I play? They're gonna say Ken, and then they're gonna implement the downplaying skill set with the Ken player, and then 15 years later, still downplaying.
It's like instead of like going out to the yard and playing catch, you're like hopping onto Twitter with your kid, showing him how to downplay.
Yeah, bro. And then she'd be like, so look, son, save this in the draft. Save this in the draft so when Tokido Jr. wins the tournament, then you tweet this out. What is going on, guys? Fighting Game Select is here. We are here to talk about some Street Fighter 6. And I'm here with jmcrofts. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
We're going to talk about characters that are the most downplayed. You know, like we're going to make a tier list of people who downplay their characters, man. And, you know, every time you log on the internet after CPT, you can always see who's going to be talking the most, right?
Yeah, that's like the second front of the war is like, you know, you got to actually play the game, but then you have to play the Twitter game, too, where you let everyone think that, you know, you got to get some buffs down the line. So you can't have everyone think that you're playing the best character.
Yeah, man. And, you know, after a amazing performance by Tokido, you know, Ken players had a lot to say, man. It was very passive-aggressive, but I instantly knew what was going on. Characters that are up top, don't think they're top tier, bro. This is not power level. This is vocal levels. Vocal levels for the players.
Should I think I have one in mind already. Should I start out
here? Yeah. Would you like to do the honors?
I feel like I'm going to get so much hate for this video. I think that one of the most downplayed characters in the game has to be Cammy.
Wow, that is
Is that too hot of a take? Listen,
that is extremely, that is a burn, bro. If I haven't seen one,
I'm sorry to listen. I don't think Cammy is, you know, like top 3, but she's not that far from it. And the way some Cammy players talk about the character, they're just like, bro, like they just never give Cammy anything. Like Cammy just, you know, has to do the same stuff she's been doing since launch. Yeah, because like it's always worked. She's got the dive kick. She's got like amazing normals, good low medium kick, drive rush. Like this character has so much, and yet, yeah, like with the Twitter fingers, people definitely talk like she's not good.
Yeah, I think that's a one that leaves a burn mark on your shoulder, bro.
Maybe I should have saved that one for the people who quit watching the video later.
Well, you know, honestly, I think this is going to be a crazy one, bro. And like, I don't know why I've been seeing this a lot, but dude, Akuma, I think is one of the most downplayed characters.
Really? I feel like I mostly see non-Akuma players talking about how good he is. I don't feel like I've seen that many Akuma players talking about it. So what do they say? Just that he dies too fast?
The thing about down players is that sometimes they don't have a logic on like why they downplay. They just be like, somebody that don't play Akuma, they be like, yo, honestly, this character is so good. And in response to Akuma downplayer would be like, look at Bison.
Yeah,
and then like everybody will look at Bison, and then like they'll just dodge bullets, you know, dodge a couple of months, talking about he got low health, you know, he's unstable, you know, first to 2.
Yeah.
He can't win in first to 2.
People do,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Like low health first to 2, it's like okay.
Yeah. So that's the way they downplay, bro. They have a strategy.
I think I have some that might be further down the list here. Like I think one character that is upplayed personally is E Honda.
Yeah,
I feel like E Honda players think that their character is good.
Yeah,
which I mean, good for them. Like you, if you think a character is bad, you probably shouldn't play them. But like I remember when the patch came out, the season 2 patch, E Honda players were like, bro, like we're eating. Like E Honda, you know, they took away like some of his scrubby stuff, like they nerfed butt splash and stuff. They gave him a few things to make up for it, and E Honda players were like, bro, like finally. He's not just a scrub killer. Like finally, he's gonna be competitive. But he's not. He's not. You know, I don't think I've seen him in top 8 of any big tournaments. He's not doing that good. But E Honda players are seemingly enjoying life. So good for them, I guess.
They haven't really say much. You see some here and there, and that is Luke.
Okay, I'm interested because I think for a while Luke was definitely downplayed. Like after he got his first batch of nerfs. But yeah, maybe now they're just kind of trying to fly under the radar.
Yeah. I think they have something that is like somewhat okay, but it's not like, you know, on the tiers like Cammy and them. But they just been like very, very quiet. I hear a couple of them just being like, you know, like he got nerfed really hard, but like he's fun still and things like that. So I guess that's like, that's pretty cool. I think they're just living like the regular 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like,
or maybe they all dropped him too. Is that there just aren't that many Luke players left? Really, he didn't get nerfed that bad. It's like so all these little things, and then but you know with the addition of new characters and stuff, yeah, I could definitely see why. Luke is not really the conversation point that he was at the launch of the game. All right, I think I have another quiet one for you as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is Juri. How do you feel about Juri?
Dude, this character is crazy. Second place, top 8.
Yeah.
Always see this character all the time.
I agree.
I don't ever not see this character.
Juri is a very, very strong character. And so far, she has kind of avoided any any big nerfs. I guess just by nature of like she's never been like top 1 in the game, so she hasn't really been hit by the nerf hammer to any large degree. And I think Juri players are smart. They're just like, we're just gonna be quiet. We're just gonna keep playing this strong character and keep getting away with it, I guess. Yeah, I think if we're talking about the strategic element of downplaying and upplaying your character on Twitter, maybe the best strategy is to just not say anything because it's working out pretty well for the Juri players.
This character won Capcom Cup and just quiet, bro. Yeah. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I feel like DJ players has been kind of like, they don't place this character super high, but I feel like I talk to a lot of DJ players. They be like, yo, he is still good. I like him. I think a lot of people speak highly of this character. And it's weird because I feel like everybody dropped this character, and yet I still hear a lot about like the things that he got, especially with the big buffs he got too. Even though they like nerfed him and then they like kind of buffed him a little bit too, and he got like some nice quality of life changes as well with new routes and stuff like that. A lot of people speak very highly of him, but the weird part is you don't see him a lot.
That's true. It seems like a lot of people dropped him after the first round of nerfs and then just never kind of went back. This might be a crazy take because I play a lot of Lily. I think Lily might be kind of downplayed.
Lily player definitely downplays the shit out of this character. It's actually crazy.
Obviously, I'm not trying to say like Lily is like a high tier character, but she's pretty decent and she has some good matchups and like some important matchups like Zangief. She kind of like runs all over Zangief. I feel like she's a decent character. Maybe she's like 6th or 7th worst in the game or whatever, but still that's good enough to be competitive. So yeah, like that's all you see on Twitter is people are like, yeah, no, where's Lily buffs? Where's Lily buffs? Which I would like Lily to get buffs, but I still think that she is a viable character without them.
One of the most downplay. This is gonna be some hate right here. Oh man, thank you. Bro.
I was ready to save Zangief for the end because I think that he's gonna be one of the most controversial for sure.
Bro, I'm letting it rip early, dog. Oh. I want people to wake up in the morning and they just see my loyal fans. This is the most downplay I've seen in history, bro.
I don't know. So you think Zangief is like really good? You're like with the Japanese? Like you think Zangief is like problematic?
When I fought against Season 1 Zangief, I was having the best time of my life.
Yeah.
It was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, life was good. The sun was out, it was breezy, wasn't too crazy, right? I was like, damn, man, if this is how 2024 is gonna look like, I'm excited, I'm happy, right? All that changed, bro. Season 2 came out. It's been like we got like super hot out here. It's been like 110. Zangief headbutting me, doing crouch light kick, headbutt. Draining my drive gauge.
But they nerfed the knee. They nerfed the medium kick knee.
And
he's not that good.
No. Let's talk. We talking about the beginning of Season 2. Okay. And now, when a character's so good, when he will put himself in burnout to burn you out. And like, you'll think like, yo, okay, this is my chance to go in. Wait a minute, he's still a grab. Now he's even more plus. Right? Now he's even more plus. He has an armor upper body attack that hard knocks down and fully charged, right? Do I need to keep going?
Okay, but to quote one of the greatest to ever do it, may I just say, that's not hype?
That's not hype. that is not hype,
all right, listen, you and I, we may be on different sides of the aisle on this one. I'll allow Zangief in the top tier, even though I personally think that people who like cry like doom about Zangief are maybe overdoing it. I feel like Zangief is upplayed by the people who don't play him, and you're probably right that he is downplayed by the people that do play him. But I think it's on both sides. On both each side is fighting the war of Zangief.
Yeah, I'm just to let you know, I'm on the front end on the most. I'm putting him on the spot. I'm in the front lines. I'm taking all the damage, bro.
All right. Well, if you're gonna go out on the limb and pick a very controversial choice, I'll do the same. Let's talk about Ken.
Oh, this is character, bro. Worst Shoto?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he has to be top tier on this list.
Dude, the worst Shoto. The worst Shoto.
I know, really saying that, like, yo, Ken, like, worse than Ryu? Come on, guys.
Dude, worse than Luke? Like,
yeah.
Worse than Terry, bro? It's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they be like, yo, he's the worst Shoto. Like, when Terry showed up, it was crazy because I never... Like, everybody was like, yo, Terry looks cool. Mm-hmm. Terry looks hype. Yo, I can't wait to try out Terry. Ken players like, wow, they added another Shoto in this game? Damn, he already looks better than Ken.
Oh, yeah, another character better than Ken, yeah.
Yeah, another Shoto better than Ken.
Yeah, I mean, what is there really to say? Like, Ken has been consistently, like, an above-average character, a quite strong character, a competitive character that can win tournaments consistently throughout the life of the game, but the way Ken players talk about it, man, I don't know. It's like they're playing, I don't know, Dhalsim or something.
Until he stopped being a Street Fighter, he is going to be always downplay. It's going to be somebody that's going to carry the torch from like the Ken players. They're going to have a family, raise a kid. They're going to get him to Street Fighter. Kid going to be like, yo, daddy, mommy, who should I play? They're going to say Ken, and then they're going to implement the downplaying skill set with the Ken player, and then 15 years later, still downplaying.
It's like, instead of like going out to the yard and playing catch, you're like hopping onto Twitter with your kid, showing him how to downplay.
Yeah, bro. And then she'd be like, so look, son, save this in the draft. Save this in the draft so when Tokido Jr. wins the tournament, then you tweet this out. Okay, this is an interesting one, bro. Dude, this character has been very, very quiet, bro. Like, Ryu players don't say anything.
I think that, yeah, this is another one where people are like, okay, we got all the buffs that we asked for, basically. Like, Ryu got so buffed. Like, maybe let's just, like, shut up and work on optimizing the character and, like, winning stuff. People who play Ryu are trying to, like, embody Ryu's virtues as well, you know, humility and, like, you know, just training and not the... You know, Ken is more about being loudmouth, but Ryu is a little more reserved. Now, how do we feel about Aki? I think Aki might be another one who's kind of quiet, right?
I think she's also quiet.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy too? I think she's in a. I think she. If I was an Aki player, I will also be quiet.
I think it's a similar pattern. Like a lot of the characters that just got like ridiculous buffs. I think it's kind of smart to just stop talking. Like, just, yeah, you got what you asked for. Like, just be quiet. Enjoy your high tier character.
Yeah, let the other people talk. And, you know, like it's crazy because I think she's one of the best characters in the game. Mm-hmm. Like one of them, and like it might not be top 5, but like still like around there. But because the top 5s are so actively talking so much,
yeah,
you've done your part. You know, just relax. You know, let people say things that they want to say about you, and just like okay, cool, keep your head down. And when Capcom come around, they be like, yo, we haven't seen enough Aki, so we just gave her more things to make people use her. Hey, this is your chance. Right?
She's a weird character, too, so she's kind of like underplayed because she doesn't have like the traditional play style. No cancelable crouching medium kick. Yeah, like. Yeah.
It's crazy. I feel like Manon players, they upplay this character so much. Like,
you think so?
Manon players, they think highly of this character. It's crazy. Like, they be like, yo, like, yeah, this matchup sucks, but like, this situation is so good. I like this thing right here. Like, I think she got it. Her buttons are they really, really praise her buttons. I feel like when you talk about her buttons, like, Manon players be like, yo, I have some of the best buttons in the game. It's crazy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, because at this point, like, if you're still playing Manon, it's probably because you have, like, an extra level of affinity for the character, Like, no one's playing Manon because, like, they think that she's going to carry them,
Yeah.
You're playing Manon because you're a fan.
Yeah.
So I kind of get, like, if they're really attached to the character, yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with me and Lily. Like, I really like Lily, and I feel like it's easy for me to see Lily's strengths. So I feel like it's probably similar. Like, when you play a character for a while, you just, like, you start to really you feel their weaknesses, but you feel their strengths as well. All right, well we're too wholesome lately. Let's get controversial again and talk about Rashid. Rashid is downplayed, right?
Most downplayed.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm telling you. Let me look. We're slowly. I'm surely gonna put all the people who point fingers at each other. Bro. This is how it works, bro. Everybody's pointing fingers at each other, dude.
Yeah, like the people up in the top tier. These are the people fighting with each other on Twitter, like all day. Cause Rashid is obviously so good, but people are like, well, he's not. Bison's ruining the game. Rashid is honest. It's like, bro, have you seen that level 2?
Yeah, and then they'd be like, by normals.
Yeah.
like it's crazy, bro.
Like, bro, Rashid, okay. And then it's like the thing where they're like, yeah, like, he's really good, but, he's not top 3. Maybe he's like top 4, top 6.
Dude. Bro, I like how they always put their character right next to the top X, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, nah, he ain't top 5. He's 6.
Yeah, he's number 6. Yeah, Bison is killing the game,
half.
Not Rashid.
He's like 5.5, This character, I think, is one of the best characters in the game, but like no one says anything negative about this character. I want to say that's Ed, bro. I feel like Ed players talk highly of this character. Anytime I talk to Ed player, like, yo, this character is one of the best characters in the game, one of the hardest characters in the game. And the only reason why I don't play him is because I don't want to put that much time into a character like that when I could just do this. And I'm like, that's interesting. No one really say anything like really negative about this character that I've seen.
Yeah,
maybe they got shadow banned on Twitter. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I think people with Ed, again, they're like, well, maybe he's like top 6, and then they think about like, do you really want to be a specialist for a character who's like top 6? So I think maybe that's why like the Ed players are like talking him up, like, no guys, like Ed is real. He's the real deal. He's like really a potential Capcom Cup winning character.
This might be a historic moment. This is one of the few top tier characters in the game where people praise.
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking about Kimberly, and I actually think that Kimberly is downplayed.
Yes. Which one? Most or kinda?
I guess let's say kinda.
Because there's not a lot of Kimberly players.
And like I don't think that like a quote unquote low tier character can be most downplayed, because like to a degree she is not that good. Like she is like maybe bottom third of the cast, but the way Kimberly players talk about her, like, I get it, she doesn't have an EX reversal, but she can still run away with the game. Her offense is really good.
Actually, one of the best offense in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, spray can is legit like 50-50. Like, this is what it is. No matter you can parry or not, the situation won't change anything.
Yeah.
This character, JP, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like after the buffs, they start speaking highly of this character.
Okay, yeah.
But then like, I guess, they went back to their old bad habits, and I feel like they kind of downplayed that. Like, it's crazy. Like, they used to do when he got like the damage and like the combo stuff back from the juggle points the recent patch.
Yeah.
People was like, yo, JP players, we so bad. They crying. They doing the whole Michael Jordan crying when he won the championship on the floor. You know what I mean? Boo-hooing. But what's crazy is that then, the results start kicking in, and they were just like, oh, nah, he's still not that good.
Yeah, I think, again, like, this is a character that clearly has the potential to keep winning. The will to keep winning, if you will.
The will to keep winning.
But, I mean, it hasn't really happened yet. He hasn't really had his full resurgence since kind of getting some of his power level restored, so... Yeah, I think you are right that's kind of where he sits now, where people are like, yeah, like, he got the buffs, but was it really enough? I don't know. All right, I have another one that I think people are going to get mad at me for. Yeah, you're hovering him right now. It's Blanka.
Yeah.
I think Blanka is kind of downplayed.
Yeah, I think so too, man. very passive aggressive people that play Blanka.
Yeah, I think it's it's another pattern. Like we saw the pattern where like low tiers get a million buffs and then they just shut up. I think that top tiers who get nerfed, they kind of overcorrect and they're not used to playing a character that's not like really busted, so they're like, bro, he's terrible.
Yeah, right. Like, dude, you don't understand. Like, I'm just this green dude. Look at Akuma. Look at this grappler, bro. They be like, look at these characters. Look at me. They're like, look at me. Look at me. What am I gonna do against that? I'm like, damn, bro.
But there is something
crazy.
Something I was thinking about. How do you feel about the Blanka versus Zangief matchup? Do you think Blanka wins?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I was thinking about this and I was like, in every game, that's like Zangief's worst matchup. I kind of feel like this is the only game where Zangief can actually win that matchup. But it might still be Blanka advantage. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, depending on like the nature of the game. I mean, with perfect parry, and things like that, I feel like it really. That Blanka gameplay is not as consistent as it was before.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, Terry players, bro, they talk so much like with this character. They be like, yo, this character. Look, they be gaslighting. They be like, yo, man, this character has some of the best corner carry in Street Fighter 6. As if this game is foreign to corner carry.
I know, it's like what a unique strength. Terry is the only character with really good corner carry. Wow.
I'm like, wow, bro. Like they could be salesmen the way they be talking about this character, bro. They be like, yo, he got a very good fireball, a ghost under fireballs. He got a good EX fireball. Level 2 concept is so good. I just be like, damn, you mean like all the other characters that are also good have these things too, but they don't got to put themselves to burnout? And they do the same amount of damage as yours?
Yeah, I feel like this is a very similar pattern to Honda and Manon, where the character weeds people out, right? Like, there are certain people who, after enough time has passed, were like, okay, Terry's not that good. Like, they're just not going to play him. So the only people left playing Terry are like the true believers. They're the people who are buying into the hype, I'll talk about my other character that I spend the most time with, which is Dhalsim. I think Dhalsim is downplayed a little bit.
Wow.
Hot take, maybe? Some people say Dhalsim's like the worst character. Like, was it Broski who said he thinks Dhalsim might be bottom one? I forget.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Anyway.
I haven't heard any Dhalsim players, honestly.
Well, everybody dropped it. But,
oh, man.
Like, Dhalsim, it is true that the game is not built for a character like Dhalsim to succeed. Like, this is too aggressive of a game. It's so hard to play a keep away strategy in this game unless you're JP. So I do think that that's an issue for him, but I also think that people don't really give him credit for certain matchups. Like, I think Dhalsim's pretty decent in Shoto matchups, which is like 3/4 of all the people that you play online.
Like, I only hear from the non-Dhalsim players how bad it is.
Yeah, true.
Chun-Li.
That's a tricky one because this is another character that you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah, and I feel like they downplay this character.
Okay, so, yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Anytime like a Chun-Li player would be like top 16 and they're like they get 9th place, all the Chun-Li players being like, yo, this character sucks. Like I be saying, character's not good. 9th place, that's trash.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. I think I think similar to Terry. Okay, how do we feel about Marisa? That's where I'm going with this. Is Marisa upplayed?
The only person that really didn't speak highly of Marisa was like Big Bird and 801 Strider.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because she got a lot of buffs and I feel like, what's crazy? I'll say it like this, and I hope people don't take this the wrong way. But they're going to take it the wrong way, and that's okay. I'm going to word it where they do take it the wrong way, but just know that I don't mean any malicious intent. I feel like a lot of Marisa players that likes that big damage, that one hit, like that one chance of like getting like that big scenario, they love this character.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they are like this is like the best Marisa that's ever been. However, I feel like the players that want to play like that mid-range, get the big hit, but also continue on having like that same pressure off of scenarios, I think they don't look at the character as a stable character.
Yeah, that's fair.
The crowd will upplay her a lot in that aspect, but like the players that dropped her don't even talk about her. Like they just exist. She just don't exist in their world.
Yeah, I think the addition of Bison into the game kind of throws Marissa's future into question because it's like we have another character who, you know, just gets in once and kills you. And he doesn't have the same struggles that Marisa has in terms of like neutral.
To capitalize on that, let's talk about how he's one of the most downplayed.
Yeah, easily.
yeah, it's great. I'm telling you, all these guys, the one thing they all share similarity is they all point fingers at each other. So the cycle would never be broken.
I know. You know, the Bison players, they're like, oh, Bison, like, his defense is bad. Like, he's bad in scrambles. He has no wake up. And it's like, okay, bro, but he just kills you, you know?
Yeah. But you know, it's I love the vocabulary people. Yo, man, you know, versatile is too volatile, bro.
Yeah.
Volatile.
I know, as if that doesn't apply to every character, you know? It's like, no, first to two is only hard for my character, not for yours.
How you feel about Jamie?
You know, I was saving Jamie for you because I know you know the character pretty well, right?
Yeah.
I know very little about him. I feel like he's upplayed, but I don't really know.
It's interesting because he is upplayed, especially after seeing like a lot of performances of some of the, you know, Japanese players and stuff with this character. He is upplayed a lot. A lot of people they believe in him because he has a lot of matchups that is not bad for him. Like he could fight Ed well, he could fight Zangief well, he could fight Bison a little bit well too. So it's interesting. Like he like some of those popular characters, he could fight. He could fight very well too. You know.
Yeah, it seems like it's another character where Ed mains seem to really like, or Ed mains, Jamie mains seem to really like him.
A lot of them said like, "Yo, if we get one thing, we will be straight." And I think that's not bad.
That's kind of like what Ryu was like before, and then he got like one thing.
And he got that one thing.
Yeah.
Like particularly got that one thing, which was insane. By the way, that was really
yeah. All right, so we got one left, and I think, can we both agree that Guile players are just silent as the grave?
Yes.
Guile players do not be speaking up.
The only time they talk, the only time they speak is when they win something and they pop off. That's the only time you hear something, right? They upplay like, yeah, I'm just let's go, blah 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 blah, right? And then next day they be like, all right, we quiet. Yeah. Man, you know, I think he's a family man, dude. He don't got time to be on that Twitter finger stuff.
Okay, I was gonna say because maybe he's like SEAL Team 6, you know, he's like that silent infiltrator, you know.
Yeah, right. Just come breaking in your house, just clear up, and then be like mission complete.
Yeah, it doesn't leave a trace. Yeah,
I think this is not bad. It's pretty good. You know, obviously upplay is winning, so you know, keep that positive attitude. My fellow upplayers. Where can they find you, JM?
You can check me out, jmcrofts on YouTube. And hold on, give me 1 second. I actually have one.
Okay.
I have new merch at jmcroftsmerch.com. It's the assist okay hat. This thing is really awesome, and it's one size fits all. So if you guys are interested, jmcroftsmerch.com.
Do you guys agree with this tier list? Do you guys think there was a lot of people upplay that you think it was downplay or kind of downplay?
I think we're gonna get some feedback.
Yeah, look, feedback is much appreciated. We're just trying to make a great product for you guys. All right, so feedback is always welcome, and I appreciate all you guys supporting the channel as always throughout all 2024. Here's many more videos 2025, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.